Welcome back once again with a new video. So in this video, we'll try to cover how we can do the validation on our object page. Okay, if you remember in previous video, you have learned how we can create the actions on our existing app. And you learned how we can populate this, how we can create the entries and delete the entries. And after navigation, how we can edit the existing entry. Okay, so in this video, we'll try to see, let's say, I just try to update a currency code. Okay, let's say I just want to replace this currency with INR. Then after doing this, I just want to do the save. Okay, so while doing save, I just want to validate this currency in the backend. Okay, so in the backend, we'll see is this currency is valid or not. So for the same, we have to write a validation. Okay, so validation we have to write at behavior level. Okay, because we have to do the validation on our object page. Okay, and while doing some action, okay, some action you can say here we are editing the existing records. So at that moment, we have to do the validation. Okay, so for the demo purpose, we are validating only for currency code, and for rest of the field, you can do the same. Okay, so let's see how we can do the same. Stay tuned on the same video. So to achieve the same, just go back to our CDS. Okay, so if you remember, that was our that was our service, and these are all CDS we have created till now, and these two metadata extension we have created till now, and these behavior definition we have created till now. And these things you have this behavior definition you can see in my previous video if you want to recap the same, and you can refer this this video in action create, delete, and edit draft via behavior. In this video I have explained everything, how we can create the behavior, how we can do the create, delete, and edit entries, or how we can do the draft functionality, okay, on our Fiori app via RAP model. Okay, now let's go back to our current app. So if you remember, we have created two behavior. One is for main CDS and another one is for projection. So let's open our main behavior definition. Okay, so here you can see we have we have created a behavior, and here we have created a persistent table, draft table. Okay, so here, and we did some mapping, okay, to save the data. Okay, same behavior we have for booking. Okay, so you can see we have a booking, persistent table, and draft table. Persistent table is nothing, it is our main table on which we are calling our CDS. Okay, and draft table is nothing, it's a table. Whenever you did something and you left something in a middle, so those entries goes into this table at the time of a draft. Okay, so same thing we are doing. We are making some field read only, and we are mapping, and we are saving the record in our draft table. Okay, so let's try to create a behavior. Let's try to do the validation on our behavior. Okay, so how we can do the same? So to do the validation, what you need to do, you have to write a, just wait a minute. You have to write a validation. Okay, validation on, for which field? We have to validate a currency code. And when? At the time of save. So we have to provide a event on save. Okay. Then here, while saving, what will happen? Update will trigger, and along with update, you have to write create. Okay, so if you write update, then it will throws an error. So along with update, you must write create. Okay, so activate our behavior. Okay, so now you can see it is saying multiple marker validate currency code is not implemented yet. Okay, is not assigned to determine, not even prepare. So what you need to do here, so just select our method. Okay, then press Control and 1. Then it will show it will show some suggestion. It is saying add method for validation, val currency code of entity CDS. Okay, so what you need to do, just select the same and do the double click. So it will create a method automatically in our behavior implementation class. If you remember, in a previous video I showed, we have created a class, and this class you can see here in our source code library. Okay, that CLCDS travel to. In this, we are implementing our behavior. Okay, so, and you can see this class is inheriting from a standard class, that is a type CL ABAP behavior handler. Okay, and you can see our method created automatically. Recently we have created this method now, validate currency code, and now you can see for validate on save. Okay, so this method will trigger at the time of a saving. Okay, and you can see one importing key is coming. Okay, so importing key is what? Let's say if you are editing, let's say we are changing a currency key. Okay, currency code. So this will come in a form of a key. I'll show you later on. Okay, so this is the method declaration, and here you can see along with this validate currency code. In our implementation, you can see there is an implementation as well. Okay, so now what's the next step? So here we have to write a code accordingly. So first thing, we have to read the data. Okay, so how we can do? So to read the data from the entity, or you can say from the CDS. So here there is a syntax for the same. I'll show you. So first thing, we have to validate a currency. So we need a currency data. So to fetch the valid currency, we have to declare a internal table for the same. So what you need to do, just declare a table. So I'm putting altiker type sorted table of, and already we are having a CDS, so control space, and we are having a CDS for currency. You can use the same. Okay, then put with unique key, and here unique key is a currency. Okay, so this is the way to declare a local internal table, and that internal table will capture the currency. Okay, that will come from this I currency. Okay, if you will navigate, if you want to navigate on the same, so select the object and press F3, then it will navigate to our main currency interface CDS. And here you can see we are fetching the data from our tcurrency standard table, and we are making a join. Okay, if you will execute the same, then you will be able to see the valid currency codes. So here you can see these are all currencies which are valid. So from this table, we'll validate our currency. Okay, so let's go back to our class. Okay, now we have declared. Okay, now we have declared. Now what we need to do? So after this, declaring internal table. Now after this, we have to read the data. Okay, reading data from CDS. Okay, so how we can do? So uh, we have to use a read statement, but here in S4 we have a different. We have a different uh, statement for read. So as you can see, some suggestion is coming. So same, we have to use read entities of. Why we are using entities? Because we are reading the data from the CDS, not from the table, as we used in our ABAP code. Okay, before in ECC, if you remember. If you don't remember, then there is no issue. You can learn this directly if you are new. Okay, so this code will work only for S4 on cloud version. Okay, so read entities, then from where we have to read. So this will read the data from the behavior. Okay, so if you remember, here we have created a behavior called YCDS travel. Okay, this is the behavior we have used. We have created, so same thing I am mentioning here. Okay, After that, you have to use a in local mode. Then we have to use a entity. So in entity, what you need to mention? You need to mention a CDS name. So here, along with read entity, we have mentioned the name of a behavior definition. And after that, along with the entity, you have to mention the name of our main CDS. This is the CDS. This entity is referring to the CDS. So don't confuse here, because here we have a same name for both. For behavior, we use the same name. And for the CDS, we are having this. So don't confuse here. This read entities of is referring to behavior. This behavior definition. And this entity, after that, this entity is referring to our main CDS, this CDS. Okay. So after this, what you need to do, you have to use a fields. Okay. And in fields, you have to use a key field. Okay. So we have a key field called travel UUID. So I'll use the same. Then we have to use with corresponding hash. Then we'll use the keys. Then we have to use result set. Result data and here we'll get currency key. Okay. So then put a full stop. So now here we have written the read statement. Okay, so with corresponding is reference. Here we are reference a key, and this key is coming from here. Here. So this key refer basically whatever value you change in edit mode. So those things will come here. Okay, and result data is referring, whatever the value is coming. Okay, whatever the output is coming out. Okay, so those output, whatever value you change, so that value will capture, will capture in this structure. I'll show you everything. Okay, so stay tuned. So after that, uh, what you need to do, you have to put a loop over the same. This is our LT currency. So just put a loop over the same. So loop at into data ls cur. Okay, then do the and loop. Okay, now within the loop, what you need to write? So we have to validate the data. Validate the currency from our iCurrency CDS, or you can say iCurrency table. So here, within loop, first we have to fetch the data so that we can validate our currency. So within loop, we have to write a select query from where we'll fetch the data. Valid currencies list. Okay, so we are putting select from my currency. Okay, then fields, and in fields we have to pass a key field, and key field is currency. Okay, then where, put a where condition and currency. Okay, so in where condition you have to feed you have to fetch the data, whatever entry we'll change, okay, on our UI as show, if you remember, as showed in on our current app. I'll show you again. So that is our app, and you can see here this is the currency code. So this currency code we'll pass, we'll pass it here on the basis of, so this data will come from here. So that would be a currency code. Okay, then we'll use into table at the rate data LD cur. Okay, so using at the rate data, you can make an internal table, okay, dynamically, or you can say inline declaration. These are the things. Inline declaration, it means we don't have to declare this local internal table explicitly. Like this, there is no need to declare. Okay, so it is saying okay, in where we have to use a at the rate. Okay, so this is mandatory. So this refers to a particular, in S4 version, this is mandatory. We have to use at the rate because it denotes the data. Okay, so here also we are making an internal table dynamically. There is no need to declare the internal table like this explicitly with keyword data. So I'm just commenting this. This is not required because here we are getting a dynamic internal table. So now we we have fed the valid currencies. Okay, so within loop we'll write if lt cur is initial. It means we don't found valid currency. So in that case, we'll raise an error. Fetching validating currency and throwing error. Okay, so if this table is initial, it means if this table is blank, or you can say we don't have a valid currency. Okay, if user enters some invalid currency and that currency is not available in this table, so in that case, what should happen? Our app should raise an error. Okay, so here within this if and if we will raise a error. So how we can raise the error here? Okay, so in ABAP, if you remember, we can directly put a message using a message statement, but here the things are different. Okay, so in ABAP, if you remember, we can create a message class using, uh, a message class is nothing, where we have to create a messages. Okay, first we have to create a message class, then along with the message class, we have to declare a message in the form of a text. So same thing we'll do here. So to create a message class, what you need to do, so just go this is our package. So select the package, new, and select the other ABAP repository. Okay, then here type message, and you can see message class option is there. Select the same and put YCL message travel app. Okay, put message class for travel app. Okay, it is asking what here. Just finish. Now you can see our message class has been created. Now what's the next step? You have to create a message for the same. So you can see there are two options here. We have to provide a message number. So we are creating our first message here. So we are providing a number that is 001 and put the text. Okay, so uh, so just put a text invalid currency. Okay, okay, now just save. Okay, so here we have put the text invalid currency, and along with this and 1, this will capture the currency value. I'll show you. Okay, now you can see in our package, one node, another node is created with a text. Okay, so within this node, you can see one message class has been created. Okay, and this message class denotes to this. Okay, where we have declared message number and text. Just save it. Already saved. Okay, now go back to our code. Okay, so now we have to call that message. Okay, so how we can call the same message? So just put the data and message. Okay, and put me, and along with me we have a method called new message. Okay, so it is saying Control Shift 1. Okay, so I'll press the same. Just wait. New message. Okay, new message is coming. If I'll press the Shift plus Enter, so what will happen? It will, you can see new message having some importing parameters. Okay, with ID, number, and severity. So if I'll press the Shift plus Enter, then its signatures, whole signatures comes automatically. Okay, so I'll do the same. I'll press Shift plus Enter. Then you can see along with this ID, number, and severity is coming. So here we have to pass the value accordingly. In ID, we have to pass the class name. Okay, message class name. So recently we have created this class YCL MSJ travel. Okay, then we have to put the message number. So message number we have created 001, and we have to put the severity. Severity is nothing. Here we have to declare the type of message. What type of message you have to show. So we have to show the error message. So this is our AMS. It is a static structure, and here we have a 5 message type: error, information, none, success, and warning. So we have to show the error. So I'm using the same. Okay. Now along with this, you can see we have some V1, V2, and V3 and V4. So here we can show the value. Okay, whatever value is coming, we have to show the currency. So we can show the currency using this. Okay, so I'll pass the currency code. Now this variable I'm removing, and Shift plus F1. Okay, now we have called the message class. So now what's the next step? So we call the message. Okay, but we have to display the message on our app. Whenever user entered a invalid currency, in that case, one pop-up should occur. So to achieve the same, what you need to do, so you have to write some piece of code. So I'll show you. So just put data, and then put ls record. Okay. Okay, and put like line off, and here you have to use a reported, then use your CDS. Okay, so whatever CDS you have created, so here we have a YCDS. So I use the same. So now put the ls record, and here we have to use this percentage MST, and here we'll pass this message. Okay. So just pass it over here. So whatever message, error message is coming, so this, whatever error message will raise, so those, that error message will capture in this, in this variable, you can say. So I'm passing that variable here to display. Okay. Okay, now append the same. Okay. Mm. So this code is to display error pop-up. So validation code is done from my side. Now we have to, we have to verify the same. Is it working fine or not? So how we can do the same? So I'll show you in the debug. So what you need to do? So to debug the same, you have to set a breakpoint. So how we can set the breakpoint here? So there is, nothing to do, just place the cursor wherever you have to set a breakpoint. So let's say I just need a breakpoint on line number 22. So I'll put a cursor here and do double click. So now you can see one debugger has been set. So it means whenever we run our existing app, so our debugger will stop here. So what's the next step? Just go back to our app, then we'll re-verify this. Okay, just see the effect. So just go back our app. So that is our app. So just go back and refresh. So my app is loaded. So select the output, accept it, open and go. Okay, select any record. So I'll try to edit the currency. So just press edit. Okay. So here I just want to change the currency. So you can do your same. As per requirement, you can validate the input field. So as of now, I just want to validate the currency. Let's say I put an invalid currency. Let's say I put asterisk here and try to save. So now what should happen? Debugger should trigger in that case. So now you can see our debugger has been triggered, and you can see at the left side our stack is coming. So, and you can see our one cursor is coming. So debugger. Now we are in a debug mode on our ADT, and you can see. So how we can debug the same thing we have to use. Press F5, F6, and F7. F5 is step by step, and F6, to execute the whole step, and F7, you know. So I'll do the same, press F5. Okay, now our read statement has been executed. Let's try to see the data in a currency. So you can see one data is coming. Okay, one record is coming. So just do the double click on the same. Okay, now you can see one data is coming. Okay, travel UID, and we change the USD. Okay, currency code we changed. So you can see we have entered an invalid currency. Okay, so we have entered asterisk instead of a currency. So that value is coming here. Okay, so whatever value you will change, so those value will come in this. Okay, so as of now we change only one value. So that's why currency code is coming, and rest of the fields are blank. You can see. So we got the data. Okay, so now we'll do the loop over the same. So try to check this currency in our currency table, and now you can see here, see the result. Now you can see our LDCA table is blank. It means we don't have a valid currency as of now. We don't have. Okay, that's why LDCA is coming blank. And here we have written a code. If it is blank, so it should throw an error. So now we came in in this block. Now this, here we have written a LV message. So that LV message is capturing the error message here. Okay, and we have a method called new message. Okay, and new message we have some importing parameter ID, number, security. So here we have defined a message class number and message type, and whatever currency we have entered, so that currency will pass here. Okay, so just if you want to see, so just press F6 because I just want to execute the whole method. So that's why I'm pressing F6. Okay, now we are here. So here, whatever message we received, so in LV message, we received the error message, whatever we have declared in our message class, and we are appending the same. Now press F8. Okay, now just go back to our app. Now you can see one message is coming, invalid currency. Do we want to proceed anyway? So, but you can see it is coming as a warning message. Why it is coming as a warning message? It should come as an error message. Okay, why it is coming as a warning? Oh, let's try to fix. We have missed something. Okay. So so to overcome this, so we have to write a piece of code, another piece of code. So So whenever error occurs, so we have to capture those, those error. Okay, those error, or you can say uh, whenever we have failed to get the data or to get the proper data. So in that case, we have to capture those information in a you can say in a structure. So that is mandatory. So I'll do the same. Let's fail, and it should type like line of, and there is a structure called field, and here we'll pass our travel CDS, and now there is nothing to do, just pass the ls, just append this ls fail to our, that's it. So this will capture, this will prevent a warning message. If you remember, one warning message is coming. So to overcome this, we have to write this. Okay, just activate the piece of code. Okay, now try to execute. So let's go back to our app and see the effect. So where is our app? So this is our app. Just refresh the app. Mm. So this is our app. Put the data. Oh, status. Go. Now I just want to change this value. Let's say this value 588 travel ID, and here I just want to change the currency code. Let's say I put invalid currency asterisk and try to save. Now our debugger should trigger in our ADT. Now you can see our debugger triggered successfully. So we are here and press F5, and we have a data and we are looping over there, and we are unable to find the data. LD currency is coming blank. Okay, that is fine. So now it should throw an error. Okay, now we reach to our to our statement where we are creating our pop-up to display the same in our Fiori app. Okay, now our field case is also. Now press F8. Now go back our app. Now you can see one one message pop-up is coming along with the asterisk. Okay, so just, and it means our app is working perfectly, and that is not allowing to save. Okay, so now what I'll do, I'll try to enter valid currency. Let's say I'm replacing this with INR. I mean, earlier, if you remember, it was USD. Now I am replacing with INR and try to save again. Now it should allow to save over entry at this time. So I'll press the F8. Now see. Now you can see our record has been updated successfully because it's a valid currency. Okay. Now, let's say whenever we are putting an invalid currency, let's say I put IN and IN is not available. I mean, IN is not a currency. So let's say I put IN as an invalid currency, which is not available in our currency table. Okay. So I'll try to save. In that case also, it should throw an error. So now we are in a debug and press F8. So it's executed successfully. Now you can see again one error message is coming. Invalid currency IN. Okay, it means we have entered the invalid currency. But now you can see it's not highlighting. I mean, we don't know. I mean, sometimes what happens, customer don't know which value, I mean, on which value we are getting an error. So in that case, what should happen? Uh, we are having an issue with the currency. So in that case, currency field should highlight. So let's see how we can do the same. So just go back our CDS. Okay. And now what you need to write? You have to write here. I mean, here we are passing the message. So just put ls record. Okay. Now press Control Enter and Control space. Okay. Then there is a property called element. No, it's a element. Okay. Then here we'll pass the currency code because we just want to highlight a error field. So here we are validating a currency field, so that's why we are passing the same. And along with this, we have a variable, I mean static variable in our interface. That is predefined interface. You can use the same ABAP. And there is a static structure called mk, and here we have to use on. Okay, on means it will highlight a field wherever we have an issue. Okay, in a form of in a red color. So I'll show you. Let's see the effect in our app. Just go back our app, refresh. Okay, so this entry is in this draft mode, so I'm discarding. Okay, now again I'll try to edit the same. So let's say I put again IN, try to save. So at that time it should throw an error. So again I am in a debug. So press F8, just go back. Now you can see here error message is coming. Okay, and along with this, here our currency code field is now highlighted with a red color. Okay, so in this you can see here user can easily find where we are getting an error, on which field we are getting an error. Okay, so using this, user can easily find the error and where he or she need to fix. Okay, so I'm correcting the same. So again, I'm replacing it with USD. Now try to save. So at that time, it should allow. Okay, now again, our debug go triggered, press F8 to execute whole. Now you can see record updated successfully. So it means we are able to do the validation while doing save. Okay, so in this video you have learned how we can create, how we can do the validation on our, you can say on our behavior or on our detail page. Okay, okay, while editing, or you can say while editing or updating the existing entry. Okay, and along with this you have learned how we can populate the error message and how we can create the message class within a ADT, or you can say in our Eclipse, and how we can populate the error message. And I showed you how we can, in this video I showed you how we can read the data from our CDS, from our CDS, and which is defined in our behavior definition. Okay, so this denotes to behavior definition and this denotes to our main CDS. Okay, and after that after that I have applied the loop, and within the loop we are fetching the data using select statement. Okay, then after that I put the initial check if this Altica table is blank, so in that case we are raising a message using this method, new message. Okay, and after that we are displaying the error pop-up message using this structure reported. Okay, and along with this structure field. Okay, so this field structure is used to avoid the warning message. Okay, so that's it in this video. Hope you like and enjoy this video and try to practice this yourself. Okay, so in the next video we'll try to cover how we can do the determination in our CDS. Okay, so determination is nothing. Determination comes into picture. Let's say while doing a save, we just want to fill some values automatically. Okay, user don't want to fill those value manually. So in that case, we have to use a determination. Okay, so this thing we'll cover in our next video. So stay tuned and don't forget to subscribe our channel. Bye bye. Take care. Thank you.